I was putting on my jacket, getting ready to leave for my son Jacob's birthday dinner. It was supposed to be a simple night. Nothing dramatic, nothing unusual. Just a small family gathering. I checked the time, grabbed my keys, and headed for the door. That's when my phone buzzed. I almost ignored it. I was already late, but something made me stop. Maybe because the message preview said it was from someone I hadn't heard from in months. My doctor. I frowned and opened it, expecting some routine follow-up or appointment reminder. But instead, the message said, "Call me now, do not go to that house." I froze at the doorway. At first I thought it was a mistake, or maybe he meant to text someone else. But before I could type anything back, he sent another text. This time, it was a photo taken inside my son's house. I didn't understand. The picture looked like Jacob's hallway. The same beige walls, the same framed family photos. But on the floor, there was something strange. A dark stain, something smeared, something that looked like blood. And behind it, just barely visible at the end of the hall, a shadow of someone standing there. I tried calling my doctor, but he didn't pick up. I called again, still nothing. My heart was thumping so hard it felt like it was shaking my chest. My son hadn't mentioned anything unusual. My ex-wife hadn't either. It was supposed to be a normal birthday dinner. But that photo told a different story. I got into my car, hands trembling, trying to call Jacob. He didn't answer. I tried again, straight to voicemail. I tried my ex-wife. No answer. A cold feeling spread through me. Something was wrong. Very wrong. I started driving toward my son's house, even though my doctor told me not to. My mind was racing. Was someone in the house? Was Jacob hurt? Had something happened before the party? Halfway there, my doctor finally called back. His voice was shaking. "Listen to me," he said. "Whatever you do, don't walk in immediately. Stay in your car until you hear from me." "What's going on?" I yelled. "That picture. What is it? Who took it? Is my son okay?" There was a long pause. I could hear him breathing heavily. "I can't explain everything yet," he said. "But I need you to understand your test results. They were tampered with." I blinked, confused. "What does that have to do with my son?" Another breath. "I think someone in your family has been accessing your medical files. Someone who shouldn't." My stomach tightened. There were only 3 people who had the password. My son, my ex-wife, and my doctor. But why would either of them do that? And then he said the words that made my blood run cold. "Your symptoms, the dizziness you mentioned, the memory problems, they weren't random. Someone has been slipping something into your food." I felt my grip loosen on the steering wheel. "What are you talking about?" "There's a substance that can mimic neurological disease," he said. "But it's synthetic. You wouldn't just get it. Someone gives it to you." My mind went blank. My son, my ex-wife? No, impossible. But then, the voice in my head whispered, "Who cooked for you last week?" My heart dropped. My son. He had made dinner for me 3 nights ago. A surprise meal. He insisted on it. I pulled over on the side of the road, breathing hard, trying to make sense of everything. My doctor continued, the stain on the floor wasn't blood. It was the same compound we found in your test results. Someone spilled it." "And the shadow?" I asked. "That's why I texted you. It's a lab coat." I sat there frozen. "Your son doesn't work in a lab," the doctor added quietly. "But your ex-wife does." I felt the world tilt. My ex-wife. She had always been controlling, bitter after the divorce. She hated that Jacob was closer to me. She hated I moved on. But would she really hurt me? Would she really drug me? Why would she do this? I whispered. "She's been accessing your records for months," he said. I finally traced the login. "That's why I warned you." My hands were shaking as I drove again, slowly, cautiously, my mind flipping through every memory of the past few months. The headaches, the episodes of confusion, the days I couldn't remember eating certain meals. When I reached the house, everything looked normal. The lights were on. Balloons tied to the porch, a happy birthday sign on the door. But something felt wrong. I texted Jacob again. No reply. I stepped out of my car carefully. I didn't walk to the door. Instead, I moved around the side window and looked inside. My breath caught in my throat. Jacob was there, sitting at the dining table, his head down, unmoving. I rushed toward the window, but then someone stepped into view. My ex-wife. She wasn't crying. She wasn't panicking. She was smiling. She picked up Jacob's phone and typed something. Then she raised her head and looked directly toward the window, toward me. I ducked fast, pressing myself to the side of the house. My phone buzzed. A new text from Jacob's number, but the message wasn't from him. It said, "I told you not to come." My heart nearly exploded. I stayed hidden, hands shaking uncontrollably. Another text. "You took everything from me. Now it's my turn." I realized then Jacob wasn't dead. He was unconscious, drugged, just like I had been. This wasn't about me. It was about her controlling everything, even our son. I called 911 immediately. I gave them the address, told them someone was drugged inside, told them she was dangerous. They told me to stay hidden until officers arrived. It felt like hours, but it was only minutes before police surrounded the house. My ex-wife tried to run, but they caught her. Jacob was taken out on a stretcher, alive but heavily sedated. When he woke up the next morning at the hospital, the first thing he said was, "Dad, she told me you were sick. She told me I had to help her. She made me cook the dinner." He broke down crying, and I held his hand. The truth was horrifying. She had been manipulating him, convincing him I was mentally unstable and dangerous, slowly poisoning me so she could claim full custody and full control. But the doctor, the only person who suspected something, saved us both. My son made a full recovery. And me? I learned that the people who can hurt you the most are the ones who once claimed to love you.